handicapped born black in America. I'm your host, Ramon Roan. It's being brought to you by Concerned Citizen Alliance. Our mission is to advocate and protect citizens through information, education, economic empowerment, and action. And our motto is, local politics makes a difference. The title of this video is Uganda Anti-Gay Bill is Punished by the United States. Recently, Uganda passed a law against gays. Uganda, not only there's some other African countries that being gay is against the law, being homosexual is against the law, and they passed a law, and this law is meant to, they don't want gays to feel comfortable in their country. That's their country. Well, the President Obama, you know, he is. I'm not going to say President Obama's gay. I don't know what he is. He appears to be a good role model for his family. But he's an advocate for the LGBT community. He's an advocate for it. We look at don't look at his policies, the don't ask, don't tell. The recent thing about with the schools with the bathrooms and the government facilities, the transgender movement, he's all into that. There's some the gays in the military, not transgender in the military. These things, you know, as a Christian, I don't know how in the world that you can balance yourself out saying that you're a Christian and you're for the transgender or the gays. But let's get to the Ugandan government. They're a sovereign nation. And so just like what the president did to the schools, are saying that must have facilities you must open up the bathrooms for transgender. That means that if a girl who thinks she's a guy and she wants to go into funding. That's your country. Now you want to affect another country, Uganda. We're going to cut some funding off, some money that was intended for you for policing and for hospitalization, hospitals, stuff like that. We're going to cut that funding if you don't abolish this bill, because they look at it as human rights. Now, my thing on human rights is this: it just protects humans of the fundamental freedoms. You believing that you were born another gender, that's not a human right, because you're not going to die by not being by not going to the gender that you wanted to go to. You're not going to die. So how is that a human right? Now, if such as the genocide that's going on against the Christians in the Middle East, that's a human rights. However, that is not being talked about, not by this government. It's not being talked about. What's a human right is the amount of abortions that's going on in this country. That's a human right. Being transgender is not a human right. And our country need to mind their own business. It's no business of yours at all what they do in Uganda or in any country for that matter. That's none of your business. Mind your business. We got enough problems of our own in this country. Now, there's $3 million allocated for a planned National Public Health Institute in Uganda. Not anymore, because they're taking away the funding. Let's see. The United States will halt $2.4 million in funding for Uganda Community Policing Program. Why? Because this country want to promote the game. Like I don't have You know, who if you wanna do whatever you wanna do, send, as long as it don't affect me, I don't care, right? But I think that the transgender movement and the position of this country, how we're moving more and more of this to the forefront, I think it's going to negatively impact this country. That's my opinion. I can't see. Look, I cannot see. I believe that it was in the Psychological Health and Journal back in 1972. They looked at homosexuality as, let me get this right, as a psychological problem. A psychological problem. Not a human right, but a psychological problem that need to be dealt with in that manner. You got little kids that are 5 and 6 years old that think that a little boy, 5 or 6 years old, think that he's a girl. It's a psychological problem, and it needs to be dealt with. But as I close, I will say this, is that United States, mind your business. Their anti-gay bill does not affect the security of the United States. Deal with that. What affects the security of the United States, if it affected the security of the United States, then I would say go at it. But this does not hurt our country at all. And I believe that the United States need to repent from this activity and mind your business. This has been Handicapped Born Black in America. Ramon Roan. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video. To this channel. And until the next time.